AITAH, choosing to say neutral. AITAH, I, 33F, have been best friends with Nancy, 34F, for almost 8 years. Nancy and Katie, 28F, have known each other for a couple of years and I have become casual friends with Katie. Katie was annoyed with Nancy about her constant complaining and negativity, so she sent Nancy a text about how Nancy is showing up to Katie in the relationship. Nancy didn't take it well and popped off and got very offended and couldn't understand where Katie was coming from. Nancy got super hurt and kept saying how rude Katie was. I read all the texts. Katie wasn't far off base. She did become firm with Nancy when it was obvious they weren't seeing eye to eye and when Nancy wasn't taking the constructive criticism well. Nancy tried to prove to Katie how much she has done for Katie, but it wasn't the point Katie was trying to make. Nancy cried for 2 days straight from how much Katie hurt her feelings. I gently tried to tell Nancy that day that some people you just can't vent to and complain to all the time. Nancy said, well, that's what friends are for. Fast forward, now it's Katie's birthday party. She personally invited me and I RSVP'd yes before this all went down. Birthday lunch was at 12:30. Nancy wanted to make plans with me on that day with me too, so I told Nancy I'd be free late afternoon. Once Nancy got wind I was going to Katie's party, Nancy cancelled plans with me, telling me that I'm not a supportive friend, I'm a backstabber, and how could I hang out with someone that hurt her? Nancy texted me saying, what has Katie done for you besides hurt your best friend Nancy? I know Nancy feels betrayed that I'm not loyal, but this isn't the first friend I've had to break up with because Nancy did. Nancy has a tendency to cut people out of her life quickly when they disappoint her. I sent Nancy this nice text saying that it's not fair that I have to hate you hate, and just because there was a disagreement, doesn't mean I have to choose sides. I told her it isn't fair for her to control who I hang out with. I told Nancy that I will continue to put the time and effort into the things I value in our relationship. I told Nancy she will always be my soul sister. I explained that I hope for some understanding, that we're mature enough to realize that the quality of the relationship I maintain with you isn't affected by this. I told Nancy that I will strive to always make her feel like an important person in my life. Our time and friend will not be interrupted. That Katie didn't act out of malicious intent. Nancy had surgery yesterday. I sent her flowers to show that even though we didn't see eye to eye on this Katie situation, I am still supporting her in other aspects of her life. Nancy appreciated the flowers but told me, if things don't change in your mindset, I don't think we can regroup though, so I really hope you can think on this. I told Nancy while breaking a rule of girl codes is doomed to occur in the course of a friendship, it doesn't mean the friendship is over. Nancy responded by saying that she doesn't care what an internet post says. Nancy told me that I disregarded her feelings by seeing Katie. Nancy told me, if you loved me like I thought you did, you would say, Nancy, I crossed a boundary, you are my family and I love you, sorry I won't be a part of Katie's life if it hurts you this much. That I should make sacrifices and cut off Katie because that's what friends do and it causes Nancy pain that I don't seem care to fix. AITAH.